The Land Before Time 15, Bone Wars. Exterior, Pangea, the Land Before Time. There's like jungles and waterfalls and shit. The camera pans to an elaborate palace, kind of like the one from the Phantom Menace, but made entirely of bones. Cut to Littlefoot in his throne room, atop an elaborate throne, also made of bones. Ducky sits next to him on a smaller throne with fewer bones. A strange Minmi, look it up, with an eye patch enters the throne room. He recites an ancient chant from pre-Pangea. Littlefoot, he intones. I'm not really that aware of your previous adventures beyond the first couple, and I only heard about them a very long time ago. But it seems like you are now the emperor of all dinosaurs. I come to you with a warning. Your empire is a foundation of sand. A bone-based economy is doomed to fail. Even now, there are forces plotting against you. Also, you will kill your father and sleep with your mother. Joke's on you, says Littlefoot. My mom died in the first movie, pretty sure. He cast out the Minmi, who hisses and scampers off. Later that evening, Ducky confronts Littlefoot in the ceremonial bonatorium. My liege, my friend, ought not ye heed this warning. Ducky talks like this now. I have faithfully administered your church for nigh upon a decade now. We have conquered the known Pangea, subjugated the sharp-toothed realms. Thusly I implore you, heed this Wisesaur's warning. But lo, Littlefoot rebukes her, tells her that it makes no sense that her name is Ducky since ducks won't evolve for millions of years. Spurned, she leaves the city. Littlefoot meets with Petrie and Chomper, the heads of his Air Force and Army respectively. Prepare for trouble, he said. There are issues afoot in Bone City. Petrie attempts to console him. Friend, we have fought side by side together. We have slain Sharpteeth. I trust in your divine wisdom, as surely the people do as well. Chomper, however, is less assured. My liege, she says cautiously, the people support you, but the people remember Spike. Do not speak that name in my presence, says Littlefoot, angry spittle and bits of leaves spewing from his weird dinosaur mouth. Meanwhile, in a part of Pangea that looks like Ohio, Ducky approaches a shack. She enters and sees an elderly Stegosaurus poring over a copy of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Begone ye, he croaks. Nay, saith Ducky, thou art Spike, the spear that pierces the darkness. The old Stegosaurus looks up. Thou knowest mine trueth nameth? Ducky quoth, yea, we once were brethren. I remember, many a sharp tooth fell to our blades, but nay, though I cannot abide the rule of this false god, I am but a stegosaur. And she says, then teach me your ways. A training montage ensues, scored to the best music we can afford. Spike takes Ducky to the bone fields, which also look a lot like Ohio. Here is the backbone of the God Emperor's power. Bones. Ducky stares in horror. Dramatic music swells. This shit just got real, she quotes. Cut to Littlefoot in his throne room. We must secure the flow of bones. Ducky knows too much. She could threaten the bone supply. Chomper is intimidated. My liege, we cannot find her. She is somewhere in Ohio. You are as useless as you are stupid, says Littlefoot. He stamps Chomper to death with his foot, which is actually not so little. He turns to a subordinate. You are in command now, Admiral Piet. Petrie is visibly disturbed by this because he was pretty sure that Chomper's title was general. Meanwhile, Ducky and Spike are leading an uprising of small mammals. We see them meeting with the leaders of the mice, the possums, and the marmosets. I would throw some Redwall jokes in here if I ever actually read that, but I have about as much familiarity with that series as I do the Land Before Time series, so I feel comfortable including that reference. Anyway, They attack the bone harvesters, which are apparently a thing, and apparently in Ohio. Several scenes follow of battles between mammals and bone harvesters. I won't bore you with the details, but Spike dies in one of them for Joseph Campbell reasons. Admiral Piet gets increasingly frustrated. And eventually, I guess, the mammals lay siege to Littlefoot's capital. Bone City, did I call it? I'm not scrolling up. Petrie sends predator drones and also actual predators to fight the invaders. Lo! Quoth Ducky. Worth we once comrades, didst we not smiteth the sharp-toothed and dash their ruins upon the rocks? Petrie weeps. I serve the God Emperor, I can do no other. And lo, they fight a bunch and eventually Ducky wins. It's super emotional. Petrie gets a great dying monologue and it's too beautiful to be committed to the page. Cut to, my bones! Cries the God Emperor Littlefoot. If I have no bones, Pangea will fall! Admiral Piet steps out of the shadows. Maybe it should. He stabs Littlefoot, who collapses on the ground. Ducky and her mammalian army enter. She gives a great Shakespearean soliloquy, which I may write later, talking about death and fate and power and stuff. Also, it turns out that Littlefoot was adopted and his actual dad was some dude he killed and his actual mom was some chick he fucked. So score another one for prophecy.
That's 5-minute concept art right there.